Hey, Victoria.
Yes.
Why is warm weather friendlier than cold weather?
I mean, my natural response is it's not. It sucks, but I understand that this is a joke, so there must be a punchline in here somewhere. I don't know why.
Because heat waves and cold snaps.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
There we go.
Okay.
Welcome to Everything's Dumb. My name is Kate.
My name is Victoria.
And today we are talking about farming subsidies.
Ooh.
Perfect dinner party chat. Not really.
I don't know much about the history of it, so I'm excited for this topic, actually.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I know that I am not a fan.
No.
I know that it's problematic,
Yeah.
but I don't actually know that much about it. So,
well, we're going to find out.
Cool.
I do want to do a small PSA at the beginning, which is that it is hot. This is the earliest we've ever recorded in the day. Because we woke up early.
On purpose.
On this Monday morning.
Yeah.
Because we record these the day that they come. No, on a weekend.
Yeah.
And it is supposed to get to 90.
I think 96.
96?
Yesterday it said it was going to be 98 today, but I think it's gone down.
Okay.
It's only going to be 96.
The nice thing so far, gonna knock on some wood, is that it is cloudy today, which is the only thing saving us because the sun will be hitting this wall right here, which I know you cannot see on camera, but it is. I can almost reach it, and Victoria's up against it.
I can reach it.
Yeah, if we have to take short breaks in between, we are obviously not recording with the air conditioning on for sound reasons. But
I wish we could.
We may need to take like just a small, we'll be right back kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just go stand in front of the air conditioning as to not pass out.
Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the corner. The room that we're in, we're in the corner, and this is the hottest corner of this entire building.
Yeah.
Because in the afternoon, the sun is hitting this wall, and then in the late afternoon/evening, it's hitting that wall.
Victoria is very well versed with this because she lives directly above me. That's the same corner. But you have it hotter because heat rises.
Yes.
And you are getting more of the sunlight.
Yeah, I got a lot more direct sunlight.
Much more shade down here. Because you're also, so it's a 2-story building, so you're getting the ceiling is the roof.
Yep.
Which is not the case for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to someone about this yesterday, and I was like, if I had access to the roof of this building, which I don't, I would go to yet. I might just buy a very tall ladder. I mean, it might be worth it.
I was thinking you were going to like Andy Dufresne, like with a little pick, somehow just burrow a little hole in the ceiling to get to the roof of the building.
Not the worst idea.
You have that wallpaper. You could do that instead of like a poster.
Yeah. I have not seen Shawshank Redemption, but I understand the reference you're making because everyone talks about.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on our list. We're going to get there.
Is it?
I'll get there. I feel like it is.
To be. Okay.
Yeah. No, if I had access to the roof, then I would go to Home Depot. And I know that this would only last 2 days before our management company ordered me to take it down. But those 2 days would be glorious. I would go to Home Depot and buy like a plastic tarp. It would make it look like we're living, in an abandoned building, but I don't care. And I would take the plastic tarp and just throw it over the side of the building to like block the sun from my bedroom wall, because that is how hot my bedroom wall is in the evening.
Wouldn't it also block like the ability for airflow?
No, I have a tiny little window that's over on the side.
Oh, okay.
I would not put it in front of the window.
Okay.
But airflow, like it's 100 degrees outside. It's just bringing in hot air.
Well, even the air conditioner needs like
Sure. I turn my AC on at night though. I have a whole routine. This is going to be so boring for everyone, but I'm going to go over it very quickly.
Fascinating.
What I do is like an hour before bed, I go into my room. I have my windows open all day for fresh air because I like cannot. One thing about me is I'm going to open a window. Like I have to have fresh air. It's actually a thing that the Germans do. So I'm like surprised that I'm not German. Like it's like a cultural thing for them. I have to have an open window. I don't understand people who, anyway. So I go in before bed, I close my windows, I turn the air conditioning on, and then I also have a fan that I put on the floor right in front of the air conditioning, and I tilt it so that it's pointing up at the wall. That is so hot that I put my hand on it last night and it was so hot I could only last like 2 seconds and I had to take my hand off.
It hurts.
That's how hot it is. Like it's not just like, oh, it's a little warm. It is hot.
There's not really insulation in California in old buildings at all.
So I put the fan in front of the AC so that it's blowing the cold air onto the wall. And it cools down the wall very quickly, which then helps to cool down the room even faster.
Yeah.
So I have this whole routine and it works. And then I take an ice cold shower, just like 2 minutes. I just get in and wash my face, wash my body like in really cold water. And then I come out and I don't dry off. I just like have a towel and then I go into my room and I just stand in front of the air conditioner. and it helps. It helps me not die. But I'm not kidding about this tarp. Like, I work in property management. I have access to a lot of roofs of apartment buildings. This building, unfortunately, is not one of them. If I had access to it, it would be like a battle. But one of my biggest issues with LA is that it doesn't get cold enough to make you miss the heat. Like, it gets hot enough in the summer to make me really, like, violently miss cold weather. But in the winter, it's like, okay, it's kind of a chilly day. I'm just going to throw on a flannel and then I'm fine. But it never gets so cold that I'm like, oh my God, remember those like roasting days in August? Like I can't wait for that again because I'm like frozen to the bone.
See, I don't wish for either. I don't like the extremes.
No, I don't want either. But if you're going to have one, I want the other to balance it out.
Right. But I don't. But you said you don't want the other to balance it out if it's heat. I just don't ever want. I'm never like, oh man, I miss being freezing. It's more like I miss the fall.
If I could have,
which is the best season,
like autumn,
fight me.
Like East Coast autumn weather where it's like crisp and cool and all the leaves are changing colors and it's really beautiful. If I could have that all the time,
sure,
then I would.
Perfect.
I mean, fall in California,
be the year-round weather we get.
Yeah. In LA, you get maybe a week of it in like mid-December, and that's it.
Mid-December?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've been taking notes. Because I always think around Thanksgiving, it's like Halloween and Thanksgiving, that's when you want that autumn weather with like the pumpkins and the candles and like the pumpkin spice everything.
Right.
No. Thanksgiving is like summer, except maybe it's in the high 70s instead of the 80s or 90s.
High 70s. I don't get high 70s in November. We will stay tuned because we will report back.
I mean, I would love for November this year to be cold and crisp and beautiful. That's what I would love.
What do you consider cold though? It seems like it's either high 70s or it has to be 40.
I would say anything under 65. Like 50 to 65 is like really nice.
Okay.
Because you're not going to break a sweat unless you're actively working out.
Okay.
I just hate I'm sweating right now and the only exercise I did today was walking down the stairs to come down to your apartment. That's not exercise.
You made yourself
Why am I
sweating?
sweating?
You made yourself a drink.
I got a new blender. Remember how I wanted one of those little...
Oh, yeah.
I forget what they're called. Like not I have the big like pitcher
bullet thing?
Yeah, I wanted like a bullet blender and I found one on sale recently and I bought it.
Nice.
My only complaint is that it is very small.
Yeah.
So it really only makes like literally one serving of something and I'm not a one serving type of person. Like I made my smoothie this morning and I was like, oh, 9 sips of smoothie. Okay. But again, I have like, it fits in the cupboard, and that's fine. So I didn't want something massive. So
I am currently doing my decluttering quest throughout my apartment.
Yeah.
It's what I will be spending the rest of the weekend doing. Because luckily, nobody wants to hang out when it's this fucking hot.
No.
Nobody wants to go to the bar.
No.
Nobody is trying to have a movie night. Because anything that we do would involve going outside. So
yeah,
why would we do that to ourselves?
I don't want to go outside. And then also, I love our friends. And this is not, I mean, I don't have any data to like back this up.
Mm-hmm.
I just have anxiety. I don't trust that any of our friends are going to have their apartments as cold as I would need them to be on a day like today. Like, we haven't been to Danny's apartment on a really hot day, so maybe she would have the AC turned up. I don't know. Like, I know that Callie uses air conditioning, but like, is it gonna be frosty? I don't know. So on a really hot day, I want to stay inside my apartment where I can basically make it a refrigerator.
Control, yes.
Yeah.
Your giant walk-in fridge that is your living room.
Yeah. And I keep the door to my bedroom closed for like cat reasons. Purposeful. I don't want the cats in my bedroom, which I've talked about on the show before. But just to be clear, like,
good thing they don't listen.
They would sit me down. We'd have a stern conversation.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But during the day, I keep that door closed, and it keeps the air conditioning out of my baking hot bedroom. So it's just cooling the kitchen and the living room. And then at night, I keep the door closed, and then the AC in my bedroom is just cooling my bedroom. So I am trying to be economical about it.
Sure.
I'm trying to be environmentally friendly.
Sure.
But yeah, this is not, I mean,
it's not fun. All right. So today we're talking about farming subsidies.
Mm-hmm.
So they started with the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise. When we started being a little bit more socialist as a country and maybe just giving out a bunch of money so that things weren't crashing so hard.
Yeah.
So subsidies started as emergency relief for struggling farmers, which was a great idea back then.
Yeah.
And struggling farmers were literally just families that had farms.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, instead of protecting small farms, subsidies mostly went to huge agro businesses.
Boo.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shocking.
Another capitalism episode. So basically, nowadays, taxpayers are paying for junk food ingredients. Like, that's what our subsidies are going toward.
That's not good.
The U.S. had sugar tariff import quotas, making cane sugar much more expensive. And so corn, which grows plentifully in our country, so many states. If you've ever driven across the United States, at least I-80, there are 5 straight states of corn. I remember the first time I ever did that. I drove across I-80 to move from Pennsylvania to California to go to college. And I mean, Pennsylvania was the first state of nothing but corn that I left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went through Ohio and all of them, Indiana, all of them, every single one. The worst one, especially on I-80, was Nebraska, because with Nebraska is shaped like, it's like an elongated rectangle on its side. And so it's a very long state. And there's this like cutout at the bottom of it. But I-80 goes right along that cutout. So you were in Nebraska, if you were on I-80 for the longest time physically possible to be in Nebraska. And it's the whole state smells like cow shit, and it's just corn. It's just corn. Sorry for people that live in Nebraska. I've only been on I-80 in Nebraska, but that whole interstate just smells like corn, or smells like cow shit, and is just covered in corn. And I remember getting to Wyoming. No corn. Desert, Wyoming. And it was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen in my life.
Wyoming has desert?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about, what is that even called? Is Nebraska the Midwest? I don't know a single thing about.
Sure. The middle of the country?
I've never been to Ohio. I've never been to Iowa. All the states that sound the same.
Through all of them, yes.
Idaho, no. Wyoming, I know they have a lot of mountains, but maybe that's in the northern part of the state.
Probably, yes.
Isn't that where Jackson Hole is?
Yes, closer
Yeah.
up to Canada, yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Nebraska. Yeah, those states to me, I mean, if you told me that 14 people lived in Nebraska, I'd be like, yeah, that
I think
sounds
that's
about
Wyoming,
right.
actually. I think that's Wyoming.
Oh.
I think there's 14 people in Wyoming.
I mean, I'm
North
from
Dakota.
Virginia, so I pretty much only know about the South,
which
I don't love knowing about the South. And like the East Coast,
of
like
South.
the Eastern Seaboard, you know. But yeah, I don't know anything about those states. You and I took a very different route when we came out to California.
Oh,
I
yeah?
drove through the South, yeah.
Oh.
Well, because my sister lives in Houston. So my mom and I left Virginia and drove, I think it was 81. So that's funny. We went on 81
funny.
South from Virginia, and then we spent the night in Knoxville, Tennessee, and then we drove through definitely Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. We spent another night in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and then the next day we got to Houston, and we spent like a week there because it was over Thanksgiving. So we spent Thanksgiving with my sister.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom flew back to Virginia, and then I continued on my way to California. So I drove by myself all the way across Texas.
Wow.
Which I do not recommend,
No.
especially because this was in 2015. So I had an iPhone, but like, I don't even think I had Spotify.
Oh, no.
Like, and I think I had downloaded maybe 4 episodes of a podcast onto like my iPod Touch. And I didn't have service on my phone, so I couldn't have played anything even if I wanted to. So on my iPod, all the way across Texas, which took me like a day and a half to drive across.
Yeah.
I just listened to these 4 episodes like on repeat.
Wow. And you didn't go crazy?
I almost did.
Oh.
But yeah, Texas goes on for what feels like forever.
Yes.
And then I drove through, I spent a night in New Mexico with my brother's parents-in-law.
Okay.
Who I had never met before.
Oh, wow.
My brother and his now wife were not married at the time. They had been together for a long time, but I had never met her side of the family. But I, we arranged for me to stay with them, and they were so generous and welcoming, and they're such nice people. So I spent a night with them, and then I drove to Arizona and spent a night with my brother's wife, and in Arizona, not Tucson, Prescott, Arizona. I spent 2 nights with her, and then I came to LA. And I didn't know anyone, and I was like, I have almost lost my mind on the road.
I have 4 episodes of a podcast
memorized. And now I'm by myself in a massive city where I don't know a single person, and it was quite the adventure. But yeah, so I saw a lot of desert, a lot of cacti.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Cactuses. Cacti?
Cacti
sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so does octopi.
But we all know that it's
Don't
octopuses.
say it around this one.
Sorry that I learned a new fact.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you saw a lot of corn, and I just saw a lot of sand. So
the sand was a very welcome sight because it didn't smell like anything.
Oh yeah, I have driven through. When I was in middle school, we went through Kansas, and there was a lot of corn in Kansas.
Yeah.
It's very flat, too.
Yeah.
Very flat to the point where the clouds in the sky feel like they're about 20 feet over your head.
I've heard somewhere that the topography of Kansas is literally you're flat as a pancake, like the topography of a pancake.
Yeah.
Because it's not perfectly flat.
Yeah.
But neither is Kansas.
Yeah. I remember in Kansas, we were standing like on a hill. And that just means that like
an anthill,
the earth like across the field, it just went down maybe like 5 feet. It sloped like 5 feet downwards.
Like a marble may move in a certain direction, but a slinky would not.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank
God,
you.
that nice one.
Thank you.
Where did you hear that?
I just made it up.
Kate. Or a smart one. That was good. That was good.
I like the amount of tequila you've had, whatever it is. Stay right there. So the big three,
Yes.
subsidies in America, get ready to be shocked. Corn, soy, and wheat.
Okay, I knew that it was going to be corn and soy.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat makes sense. I just didn't know that.
Yes. So because corn subsidies made it so artificially cheap, it was turned into everything. High fructose corn syrup being one of them.
Yay.
Cattle feed being another one, which is a huge issue because cows are supposed to eat corn.
Supposed to eat corn. Right. Okay.
And ethanol fuel.
Oh.
Soy shows up as soy oil, soy protein, soy lecithin.
I know the word. I do not know how to pronounce it.
You know it because it's in 60% of processed foods.
It's in like almost everything.
Every single thing.
Is it a thickener?
Yes.
Okay. Lecithin. I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
That
though.
one. And
I'm not a scientist.
Wheat subsidies has made refined wheat flour pretty cheap, which my sourdough starter is not mad at.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't care about that one as much.
Yeah, every time I don't buy flour very often because I don't use a lot of it, so it lasts forever. But when I do buy it, I'm like, how is this so cheap?
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
I feel like the corn is the biggest problem. I guess the biggest problem is the corn as cattle feed. Like that is such an issue because the way that cows work, the way that nature works.
Grass.
Yeah, because you know what happens when they eat grass? When they take a shit that is from that grass, that becomes fertilizer.
Yeah.
Which is what they put on the cornfields.
Yeah.
When they eat corn, what they shit is like not fertile. It's not supposed to, you can't like, it's just what makes sense. Like you wouldn't see a cow grazing in a cornfield, shucking a thing of corn and eat, like it's not, they can't, it doesn't make sense. Why are we doing it? It's only because it's cheaper than planting grass, which is better for the environment. And then they have to take the cow shit, and transport it somewhere and dispose of it somehow. When it's like
they probably
lethal
burn it,
methane.
right?
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. Like it's why
I don't understand why this is legal. I mean, I'm sure the reason is
it's not in most countries
and money. Right. But the US like does not give a fuck about its citizens or the environment or animals. Like I eat meat. I love eating meat. However, can we not treat animals like this? Like there is a way to raise animals and give them an excellent life, and they might not enjoy the minute before they die.
That's not the cheapest way to do it.
Well, then make it cost more. Like what the fuck are we doing?
Capitalism and
it's
greed.
So stupid. Well, okay, then they should give subsidies to farmers who are raising animals in a non-disgusting, evil way, and then we would be healthier because we'd be eating better quality Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm so annoyed. Like we'd be eating better quality meat, so we would be healthier. The animals would be happier. We wouldn't have as much environmental
There
damage.
wouldn't be as many gases released, and the soil would be better because the other thing. So, because these are now giant corporations that are subsidizing, like if you're getting money from the government to sell a few things, to like grow a few things to sell, that's what you're going to sell.
Right.
That's what you're going to grow.
Yeah.
So this like encourages all of these subsidized crops to be overgrown. Now there are surpluses that often get dumped into global markets that mess up farmers in poorer countries. So in other countries where they don't do this, that there's just like a field, some farmer grows corn, some farmer grows soy. If we have too much of that stuff, we're dumping it out onto the global market, and then it's the person who's growing soy organically and is not going to get the sale because there's now all this cheap soy that was just, we had too much of it. This also encourages monocropping, which is instead of like old McDonald with his farm and all of his different animals and all of his different crops and all of the like how you would have your home garden. You wouldn't just plant fucking corn.
Right.
That's
you
it.
have your little plot of corn. You
Right.
might have like 12 stalks of corn, and then next to it you have like 5 tomato plants, and then you have
lettuce, peppers, all the different things that you would want to grow. That's what would usually happen. People would if everything, like if produce is just like produce cost, then you would want to grow a variety of things so that when you showed up to the farmer's market, or so that when you went to sell, you could sell a bunch of different things to a bunch of different grocery stores or whatever. But monocropping is basically just like fields of nothing but corn or soy, which
is why you drove through 5 states of corn.
Yes, it completely depletes the soil.
Yeah.
And there's no like biodiversity left, and it just makes everything less nutritious as it's grown. So every single consecutive crop is less nutritious because the soil doesn't have as many nutrients in it, because it's just, there's nothing else feeding into it. It's just been soy or corn.
I don't, this is so unsustainable, and it really speaks to like the American outlook of like, I want as much as I can get in this moment. And I don't care if it's going to fuck us all over in 20 years or 100 years. I don't give a shit.
Well, our entire...
Because in 20 years, I'll be rich and none of this will affect me. Or 100 years, I'll be dead and none of this will affect me.
America's entire diet is shaped by these subsidies. Think of the old not periodic table, the old food pyramid.
Yeah.
What was on the bottom?
9 fucking servings of bread.
Wheat.
I eat like maybe a serving of bread a day.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty normal.
Yes.
But yeah, 9.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Personally, I fucking hate that the Whole Foods salad bar is 10 times more expensive than the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah.
Like, on what planet does it make sense that a head of lettuce is more expensive than ground beef?
I mean, the only reason it exists is because of capitalism and greed. It doesn't make sense.
No.
That should not happen.
No.
I mean, I don't want to spend more money on meat, but I will.
Right.
I would.
Right.
Like, I don't want to, but I would if it meant that the system got fucking fixed.
Right.
Yeah, lettuce should be like 40 cents.
Why is it the same cost to add chicken to something as it is to add avocado to something?
Oh my God. Avocado is like, it's more expensive than its weight in gold.
Right.
It's crazy.
But it's just, it grows out of the fuck. It's like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Things that literally grow on trees should not cost more money than something that had to be hatched, raised, fed for several days. It's so stupid.
You can also feed. I understand if you have all of these massive companies that own the farms, which then makes the farmer indebted to them.
Yes.
I watched a documentary about this once, and the farmers were like, I contemplate suicide on a daily basis because I will never get out of this debt.
Right.
I owe millions to this company, and they've arranged it so that I will never get out of this debt. Right. Every single penny of profit I make goes to them, and they do it on purpose so that I don't get to keep any money for myself.
There's no
so
such
no
thing
one
as a
is
small
benefiting except for the people at the very top. The farmers aren't even getting rich off of this.
No.
They're the ones doing all the work. Anyway, but yeah, it's the way that we are treating the farmers, the way that we're treating the animals, the way that we're, like you said, ruining the land and the environment. None of it's good.
Yep. What would you buy more of if all food was more appropriately priced?
Like for what do you mean?
Just in general. Like if food was if food was priced in a way that there weren't a bunch of subsidies for like more processed things or more.
My problem is when I buy the ingredients to make a salad, it's so, I buy like a bag of lettuce, I buy some cucumbers, some carrots, some peppers, some whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You end up spending like $40 and it's produce, so it doesn't last very long. So you have to eat it in 3 days. And I'm like, great. each one of those salads is like 14. Like it's way too much money.
Yeah.
So I do eat vegetables. I mostly buy frozen vegetables because they are so much cheaper.
Right.
But when I do want a salad, I feel like it's like a luxury item.
Yeah.
So I would eat a lot more produce if it were priced appropriately.
It's like what most people consider steak. Like, ooh, a luxury dinner. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'll have a salad.
Yeah. Yeah, I would eat a lot more salads. I would have like a wider variety. I mean, I cannot believe a bell pepper costs almost $2. Like, I would just snack on vegetables more often. But I can't afford it.
Right.
And if you buy a bell pepper and you forget to use it for like 2 days and then it's all wrinkly and old, and I'm like,
I threw away.
Let me throw
so
$2 into the like, what are we doing here? Yeah. I don't, not out of principle, but like, I just don't really eat soy like ever. I'm sure it's trace ingredients in some of the things I eat, but I don't ever like
soy left.
Yeah. But I don't like sit down and eat a meal of soy, so that doesn't really affect me. But the vegetables in general, it drives me crazy how expensive they are. Because they tell you, like, oh, eat the rainbow. Like, vegetables are so full of vitamins and fiber. And I'm like, I can't afford
Skittles are cheaper. And that's the rainbow, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, I'm just not going to focus on vegetables because I don't want to pay for them. So, what about you?
I agree that, like, it is difficult if you're not going to make food every single day or you forget about it or whatever. But the salad bars are ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
And it's, it's prejudice against heavier vegetables because it's always by weight.
Yeah, I just don't put things in. I mean, I haven't gone to the salad bar in so long, but like when I used to, I remember I would start to like pick up a scoop of something and I'd feel in my hand in the spoon how heavy it was, and I would plop it back down. I was like, nope.
I saw a hack where
I'm not paying for $4 worth of marinated carrots.
Go buy an avocado and then go to the salad bar and just get all your lettuce and shit and then just cut up your avocado. Like, get a knife from their little thing and cut up your avocado and throw it in there, and it's way cheaper than if you paid for it. It's just, I would love to be able to buy, I would love for pre-made vegetable-based dishes to be the price of a bell pepper. Because everything's just so expensive. It's ridiculously, stupidly expensive.
Yeah,
and salad shouldn't cost more than a burger.
If they're going to
just shouldn't
subsidize, well, it also shouldn't, because a salad has way fewer calories.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess depending on what you put on it, but like assuming an average salad and an average burger, it probably has fewer calories. So why are you paying more for it?
Right.
Like the burger you can eat, and then if you don't eat for the rest of the day, you might get hungry by nighttime, but like you'll be fine.
Right.
With the salad, you're literally not eating enough calories, and you're probably not eating like anywhere close to enough protein. So like, why are you paying so much money for this thing that, yes, it has some fiber and some vitamins, but it doesn't have as much nutrition that you need to survive as a burger does.
Right.
So why are you paying more? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Nope.
But yeah, it'd be great if we're going to subsidize things, why can't it be like I keep mentioning bell peppers because I just want to eat them and I can't afford them, or like organic grass-fed meat, like subsidize farmers who raise animals in a humane way, and then we can have like a healthy diet that includes meat instead of this like garbage ground meat that's like brown in the store. And I'm like, what? No one should put this in their body.
I think they should be based on like the quality of whatever you're getting. It should just be across the board. Like if we're gonna
corn isn't even that. It just has like sugar. It doesn't really have anything else in it. So why are we subsidizing corn that isn't really good for you?
Because
and soy is fine, but it's not really good for you. Wheat is like nothing. Why are we subsidizing wheat?
Because we can grow it easily.
But it's not nutrition.
I know.
If we had a country that cared about us, it would be much healthier vegetables and, I would argue, better quality dairy and meat.
Or things that are more difficult to grow.
Yeah.
Like sprouts. If you don't grow sprouts in the right way, you can get real sick from them. But they're very healthy.
Gosh, I think I've had sprouts like twice in my life.
Microgreens.
Do you like sprouts?
I do. But I'm afraid to buy them. I just need to you just really need to wash the shit out of them because they grow in water. So it's like really difficult to grow them properly.
Cholera.
Sure.
Would be my concern.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would think more like diarrhea, but yeah.
I think cholera gives you diarrhea to the point where you just die.
Okay.
Because your body runs out of liquid.
Sure. But we could subsidize those.
Subsidized sprouts. Okay. Sure.
That's the takeaway of this episode. Subsidized sprouts.
Cool.
Okay, so for our closing segment today, I have a BuzzFeed quiz for you.
Okay.
It is chow down on your favorite foods for a day, and I'll accurately guess if you're a hot or cold weather person.
Oh my God. Relevant.
So I will say that I, of course, took this quiz last night myself. I did. It's not, you know, we did another BuzzFeed quiz early on, and I said that like all of these answers would be psychotic except for one. This is not the case. This is this is tough because it's food.
Yeah.
And so like there's a few tasty options in each one.
Okay.
And so
I don't feel as pressured to like get it right.
No. There is no right. I went through and I on most of them was like, well, it's either this one or this one for me. So I will say I went through and I picked like the ones that I like would be the craziest, best thing to eat for each one. And I got a certain result, of course. And then I went through and I picked my second choices, which were more like if consequences were real and I was going to feel a certain way after eating each one of these things. What would I eat in a day? Like, what would I realistically eat in a day if I wanted to still feel good?
Okay.
And then I got the opposite result for that. So I am very, very, very curious.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because what I want to eat based on taste is very different from what I want to eat based on like if it'll allow me to sleep well or if it'll give me a stomach ache or if it'll make me gain weight.
Okay. So we're going to start the day off with a good breakfast.
Okay.
Are you choosing avocado toast, cereal, croissants, or French toast? French toast. France toast.
Gosh. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, those are all kind of tough choices.
Right?
They all sound really good.
They do.
I mean, okay. I don't think a croissant is breakfast.
Okay.
Like you can have half a croissant with some coffee and some scrambled eggs and some whatever, but like a croissant, it's just a bunch of butter with a little bit of bread in between.
Okay.
I love croissants, but that's not a good breakfast in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the French toast. I think the better choice would be avocado toast, but I can't resist French toast. I have such a sweet tooth, especially in the morning.
All right.
Okay, yeah, French toast.
Avocado toast was my second time through when I was like being responsible. It was avocado toast.
Well, avocado toast is so good, but there are so many variations involved. Like if the avocado is not perfectly ripe, like if the texture of it is a little bit off, and then it depends on what kind of bread they use, and it depends on like if they put
you're assuming that you're getting this and not making it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my perfect day of eating is eating out.
Is having someone else make everything.
Yeah.
Else. Okay.
Because I never eat out. So
the avocado toast picture did have a fried egg on top, which to me is not avocado toast. That's like half a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
That's not, anyway.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You know what's really good on avocado toast, though, is that everything but the bagel seasoning. Okay.
Yep. It's time for lunch.
Okay.
Are you having a salad? Are you a rich bitch?
Can't afford it.
Pasta? Steak? Not just steak. Or grilled salmon?
Are there any accoutrements listed?
No. I mean, the salmon is on top of some greenage. But,
wait, what was the second option?
Pasta.
Oh. See, I love pasta, but it's a little too heavy for lunch, I feel. I might have... I want to say the steak, but I also think that that's a dinner thing. I'd probably do the salmon.
Okay.
As long as it came with like a... You know it's really good? Salmon with like orzo.
Okay.
Yum.
With the pasta.
Well, yeah, orzo is pasta, but it's like
Teeny tiny.
It's teeny tiny, and I just feel like you don't eat as much of it because it's on the side. You'll eat like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of it with, I love orzo with like olives and like olive oil, like and like feta, like a Mediterranean style orzo with salmon. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Okay, that's my choice.
You'll be shocked that wasn't either of my choices either time.
Yeah.
All right, what about a snack? Are you choosing a chocolate bar, Oreos, a mini charcuterie board, or potato chips?
Okay, well, a charcuterie board.
Okay.
Yeah. The other options is either dessert or a snack that's going to taste good, but it doesn't like potato chips don't fill you up.
Depends on how many you have. Continuing with a tasty dinner.
Okay.
Pepperoni pizza, shrimp tacos, spaghetti, or vegetable. That's supposed to say vegetable soup, but it says vegetable
coop. Well, not that, because that sounds boring.
It does.
Sorry, what were the first 2 again?
Pepperoni pizza, shrimp tacos, spaghetti.
Don't like spaghetti.
What?
I know. I just don't.
Wow, I've definitely served you spaghetti before.
No, here's the thing.
That's a bummer.
Here's the thing. I've also had spaghetti at restaurants. I think that I don't make good spaghetti.
But you're actually, not making this spaghetti.
Hold on.
Let
me clarify.
Okay.
Let me clarify. Okay. God, my finger looks so crooked it looks like I have the witch's finger from Snow White. Doesn't it look like crooked and knobbly? Okay. You know how in Snow White she like points a finger and it has like, anyway.
There's like 8 joints in her finger.
Yeah. I think
knobbly.
And I'm going to say this because I don't think that my mom, if she did start watching or listening to the show, I don't think she's going to get this far.
Okay.
I think she will give up after like episode 3.
It's good. It's a good.
So I feel like I can say this without hurting her feelings.
Okay.
I think that when I was growing up, my mom would make spaghetti with whole wheat pasta. Gross. And then the sauce would just have like chunks of vegetables in it.
Oh.
It was not good.
Interesting.
It was healthy. No protein in sight, just a bunch of carbs. I don't know why that's healthy. But anyway, so I think I just have a bad taste in my mouth from that. But I like your spaghetti. And you also usually do spaghetti and meatballs. And I love a meatball. And then also, I've had spaghetti at restaurants that's really delicious.
Okay.
But like, I would not, especially if there's pizza as an option, I would choose pizza over pasta any day.
Okay.
So even if it weren't spaghetti, I think I have an issue with like the shape of the noodles because I like tomato sauce. Whatever. I don't like choke down your spaghetti.
Okay.
If you offered it to me and I didn't want it, I would just say no.
So we're doing pepperoni pizza.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because shrimp tacos after a salmon lunch would be a little...
Well, I love shrimp tacos, but again, it depends on what's in them. Depends on if you're at like a nice restaurant or like, I don't know, am I getting shrimp tacos from like Del Taco? Because I don't want that shit. I think pepperoni pizza, even bad pepperoni pizza, it's still pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I think that's the safer option.
Finish the meal with a great dessert.
Okay.
This was honestly very hard. It might not be hard for you because... I know you are a chocolate fiend, but this was very hard for me. Strawberry shortcake, cheesecake, fruit tarts, or edible cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Okay. Shocking.
Yeah. Okay. A fruit tart, I would have like half a fruit tart with my breakfast of half a croissant and some scrambled eggs and sausage. Like that's not dessert. That's not dessert. A fruit tart? No.
Okay.
When I visited my family in England and they tried to give me like fruit for dessert one time, and I was like, yeah, in America, we would be eating like a pint of chocolate ice cream each. This is why we're so fat, but it tastes better.
Yep. Grab a drink that'll wash this all down. Lemonade, water, soda, apple juice.
What?
In case you're 4. In case I'm giving you this quiz and you're a 4-year-old.
I do love apple juice, but like
With your salmon lunch?
No. I don't really like soda very much. Water's kind of boring. I guess I'm going with lemonade.
All right. I think there's one more because apparently you didn't eat enough today. And maybe a midnight snack to end the day.
Okay.
Vanilla ice cream, chocolate chip cookies, fruit salad, brownies. Fruit salad, right?
No, thank you.
At midnight? Who's reaching for fruit at midnight? If you have gotten up out of bed at midnight to raid the fridge or freezer, you have made a decision that is not a healthy person's decision.
Like, not mentally healthy.
No one's raiding the fridge before hitting the gym the next morning. Okay? You are living a lifestyle that does not include fruit salad on demand at midnight. That's not in your fridge.
No, it's not.
Are you a billionaire?
That's a very strange option.
Have you listened to this episode?
Can't afford fruit salad.
What private chef is whipping up your fruit salad for you at midnight?
I'm gonna go with a brownie.
Again,
I love ice cream, but vanilla ice cream with nothing else in it. It's gonna be like, you want to live by the equator.
Hot weather.
No. Okay, I was thinking about this before I started the quiz, and I was like, I bet if I choose all of the cold options, like things that you, like a salad is cold, avocado toast is cold. I bet if I choose those options, it'll put me in a cold weather place. Or no, wait, in a hot weather place. Because if you live in a hot weather place, you're not going to want to turn on your oven to bake a pizza.
See, okay, so I chose the avocado toast the second time around. That's when I got the cold weather option. I got hot weather the first time I went through. I did choose croissant.
Okay.
Because there's like 8 different meals in here.
Yeah.
It's like I can deal with a croissant if I'm going to have like a lunch and then a snack and then a dinner and then a dessert and then a midnight and then.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
But yeah, you're a hot weather person. It already reloaded, so I can't read the thing.
Well, I guess BuzzFeed knows me better than I know myself.
Yep. So you're happy. I don't know why.
I'm so happy.
But you're happy right now.
Every day.
No, I think
it's full of joy.
Even hot weather people do not enjoy. As a hot weather person, I do not enjoy the 90 plus is not. No.
It's no good.
No. I enjoy a sunny day in the 70s, anywhere in the 70s. I enjoy it a little bit more towards the like middle and end or upper end of the 70s. The 80s is okay if it's during the day. In the summer for a couple of months, like July and August in the 80s makes sense to me. Once it gets into September, that needs to go back to the 70s.
Yep.
We need to, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, August and September in Southern California are hell.
Yeah, it didn't used to be like this when I first moved out here.
Yeah.
I did live closer to the beach, but still.
I remember in July people commenting on how we're having such a mild summer. And I was like, are you stupid?
Don't say that. It'll
just
hear
wait.
You.
Just wait until August 1st.
It'll hear you.
Yeah. And it'll be like, watch this.
Speaking of summer weather things and watching this, our next episode, which you can watch here on YouTube or Spotify.
Yes.
And listen to wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Our next episode will be about cruise ships.
Yes.
Another summer weather thing and a great way to kill your spouse.
Yeah. Or get Legionnaire's disease.
Sure. Either are options.
Or just like destroy the entire environment.
Depending on the cruise.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many.
I guess it would be a good way to kill your spouse.
You guess. Oh my God. How, like, is there a better option?
Like, you just get them really drunk and then you go hang out right next to the railing.
Sure.
Make sure there are no cameras around and then just a light shove.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go back to your room next morning. Hey, where'd they go? I haven't seen them in a minute.
Where's Dave?
She's already ready. Trained actress.
Just need to find myself a Dave.
Yep.
And then I can kill him.
Well, thank you so much for listening and watching. Please come back again. Please subscribe, like, leave us a review. And if you are a Dave, hit up some DMs. You can find us at Everything's Dumb Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you have a dumb topic that you want us to do a dumb pod about, please reach out to us on any of those platforms and let us know.
Yes.
We will talk to you Friday. Have a good, happy rest of your Labor Day.
Yes.
Because it's Labor Day today.
It is Labor Day today.
We are in Labor Day currently. That's what today is.
Mhm.
It's Labor Day. Yep.
This is the first Labor Day this is the first Labor Day ever that I've had like a paid vacation day.
That must be
nice. I've always had to labor in the past.
Unless I don't have to labor, but I don't get paid to not labor.
Well, I've had jobs where like maybe I happen to have Mondays off. So I happen to have Labor Day off. Or I've just been at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the very first time I've ever had Labor Day off. It's nice.
Well, enjoy with, let's go get you another drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I drank that so fast.
Well,
that's what happens when you're drinking a frozen margarita and it's 96 degrees. You got to stay cool somehow.
Yep. All right. Everybody stay cool. We'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye.
Bye.